women and children, viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Tom Moki. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Mexican Iron Man will be with us in just a moment. Oh,
Welcome to Mexican Iron Man.
And ladies and gentlemen, there he is.
Ha ha ha! 4 hours of sleep last night and 4 hours of sleep the night before.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, you know what happens with Mexican Iron Man's clients is that the closer we get to Christmas, and then once Thanksgiving comes, it's a yellow alert. They stop paying their bills, so I'm in a rush. Winter is coming, and tax season doesn't start again until February, end of February, depending on what Biden does. And, yeah, basically, I'm trying to collect squirrels for the long winter. Winter is coming.
Yes, winter is coming, and we need those nuts.
Winter is coming. Mexican Iron Man needs his nuts. Get it? Oh God, I literally went to bed at 4 o'clock, 4:30, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make this show. So I wake up. Bambino's licking me. He's like walking on my face, and somewhere in the distance, I hear. I guess my alarm had been going off for a half hour.
Oh shit!
And Bino was annoyed. Like I'm so knocked out. Like I didn't even hear my alarm. And Bino's like, motherfucker, get the f up and turn off that thing. So I go to turn off the alarm, and Bambino like curls up in a little ball, boom, knocks back out.
Back out.
Yeah. So we do not have the legendary Bambino with us this morning for inspiration here upstairs in the studio. He is downstairs doing what Mexican Iron Man probably should be doing, sleeping. But I could not resist or deny the invitation from our fearless leader here in Valhalla, Mr. Stone_Loki. Hey, on your ID, does it like say first name Stone and your middle name's like underscore and the last name Loki?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah,
absolutely.
Because I've heard Jeremy now online multiple times in live and on a video. I've seen people call you by your full legal name, Stone_Loki.
That's right. Yeah, Stone_Loki. Yep. Gun Buddy, I thought Sparta was supposed to keep him from breaking in. I opened the portal this morning because I knew he was coming. So.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, and it's Sparta. Sparta's. I have a tough relationship with that Sparta. Normally Mexican Iron Man, as some people may have heard, normally Mexican Iron Man has what we would call effective relations with the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Sparta, not so much.
No.
Yeah, no. Whatever her artificial intelligence is, she comes with an anti-Mexican Iron Man filter.
She don't like anybody but me. So
yeah.
I don't know why.
She's an ornery little girl. Like, I tried sweet talking her. She's like, no, Mexican Iron Man, I shall crush you from orbital space. I'm like, hey, whoa. Oh, baby. I'm like, whoa, baby doll. She's like, do not refer to me as baby doll again. I'm like, whoa. okay. All right, princess.
Yeah,
I
she
am
don't
not,
like that.
I am not a princess. I'm an all-knowing intergalactic AI. I'm like, whoa, okay. Whoa. I mean, like, nothing I said worked on that bitch. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Nope. And then she gives you that weird green eye, that
The
pulsing.
look. It's the look. It's
Yeah.
the look in digital form. You know the look. You know when the females give you that look, like you in trouble now. She can give you that look with that green eye. Yes.
Yeah, she has that same eye that like my grandmother had, like before she would throw like a tortilla warmer at any of us when we fucked up when we were kids,
The tortilla warmer.
Yeah, the tortilla warmer, the skillet. We call them a camal. Is what they're called. You know those black? They're black. They're made of, they're like cast iron and
Yes.
shit.
Yep.
Oh, that was a beast of a weapon. That made me learn how to run. Oh, by the way, before we get started on whatever the topic is of the day, I just want to tell you again that I just saw something about this DC universe and the Flash and shit like that. This movie that's coming out.
Yep.
I just want to tell you how completely and totally unexcited I am for this thing.
Well, would you like me to give you something to be excited about, comic book wise?
There's no way you could possibly, unless it's an Indiegogo campaign, which I'm probably already supporting, because I buy everything on Indiegogo. No,
it's not.
are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm not being sarcastic
There's
at all.
no way there could be anything exciting going on in the comic book world.
we don't talk rumors here, right? We don't ever talk rumors here. I don't talk rumors anymore.
Well, I
don't
do
like
sometimes,
rumors.
and then you cut me off. But yeah,
There is a rumor floating around that the comic book roundtable will make a return in December for Christmas.
wait, what?
Yeah, a Christmas jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
We canceled that show.
Yes, we did. But
Are you
I
messing with
heard
me?
that it's going to be a Christmas special.
What? Wait. Hold on. Wait, am I invited?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yay!
You help create the comic book roundtable.
Yay!
So yeah, of course you're excited.
Oh my god, I'm so excited right now. Oh my god, I'm totally awake now. I'm wide awake.
I don't know if we can get everybody, but I'm going to try. So
How can we not get everybody we want to get?
I don't know.
How can we not get? We should say hi to everybody in the chat. Can I help out?
Yes.
All right. Shouts out to. I'm just gonna go randomly. I'm not as good as Loki at this as he knows. Shout out. Hi Sherry. Hi Chris Perza. Hi my love. Hi Purple Valkyrie Mi Amor. I was gonna say Purple Mi Amor Valkyrie. Like that would be her middle name. Keely Chow. Why stop? I don't want to roast a War Eagle or a Doomacorn. Freaking Keely Chow. I was on Doomcock show and he shows up and he like spams the heck out of that thing. And I'm sitting there like, I hope nobody notices. I hope nobody notices. Keely Chow, War Eagle. War Eagle. Because the whole Alabama thing.
Yeah.
Versus
No, I get it.
Bama versus War Eagle. War
Yes.
Eagle, Keely Chow. That's my War Eagle noise. I don't even know if that's a real War Eagle noise. Hey, Tickle Truck. Wait, Tickle Truck was just I just saw him like 8 or 9 hours ago.
Yep, Mr. Tickle Trunks everywhere.
Yeah. Is Punk Waddle in here? Hi, Adega Outlaw. Hi, Archer. Hi, Shaw. Oh, Shum's here again. Freaking Shum.
Psychodorf 9!
Psychodorf. I can't say that. Hey, Jedi Bill. Hey,
Jedi Bill.
The Bash Brothers are here.
The Bash Brothers, Chris Persia, and yes, Mark Damsley Tired.
Morning Mexican Iron Man, innovator of 13 flavors of Fanta salsa. No, I'm not. That is not true. I am innovator of the rabbit chicken armor, though. Hey, Asaj.
Saj Melody, greetings.
Yes, I probably missed everybody. Hey, Dave. Did I say hi to Sherry yet? Hi, Sherry.
Yes.
Hi, Darth Arlena. I'm like over here waving like I'm on the schoolyard, like it's like before school starts, and they're coming out. I'm imagining like you guys are coming off the bus at school, and I'm in front of the schoolyard debating if I'm actually going to go to school or am I going to cut today and go to Burger King for breakfast.
The Doctor of Disaster and Destruction and Dega Outlaws here too,
and the Master of Wisdom,
Zax. Good
hey,
morning,
brother
Zax.
All right, let me grab.
Punk Waddle is here, so let's get down to business, ladies and gentlemen.
You're serious about the comic book roundtable?
I'm serious about the comic book
Okay,
roundtable. Yes, December, Christmas, special screening.
Super excited about that. How many hours are we going? We can't go only an hour. If we go for a Christmas special, we got to go like 2 to 4 hours.
We'll do something like that. But we're going to talk about Christmas time comic books. So we're going to talk about like long Halloween. Like a holiday stuff. The holiday movies like Batman Returns. Holiday comic books, stuff that happened in comic books during the holidays.
Gosh,
Christmas time.
I need to get my own and then we can like share like gifts under the tree and stuff like that. Like look, I got a new thong for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. All right, let's get to the topic of the day. What are we talking about? Oh wait, look at the thumbnail. Oh, I'm on the thumbnail.
You're on the thumbnail.
Oh.
Is she in or is she out?
I thought we discussed this already.
Everybody's discussed this in tandem, in tedium for 2 fucking years.
Wait,
everybody's discussed this for 2 years, supposedly.
How is
supposedly, the rumor is that she's getting a 3-year contract extension.
Well, no shit. I thought we already discussed this.
We do know that we did like 3 years ago.
Okay, hold on here, people. So no, I'm just talking about more recently, like about a month or so ago. Okay, let me.
Her contract was up at the end of October.
Right, and then there was WDW Pro released a rumor or an article or wrote something, whatever, and he said that her contract's getting extended, and then there was some debate about was it signed or not, but the contract was out. Hold on, I thought everybody knew that she's not going anywhere. I'm a little confused right now.
No, there were a bunch of people that believed that she was getting fired.
Well,
there was a bunch of people that said she was getting fired. There was a bunch of people that have put their reputation on the line that she was getting fired.
Well, I don't know. I'm not here to talk about other people on the internet, but because I hate that shit. But I will say this. I thought we had already. I'm having a hard time finding out how this. I saw my feed this morning as I was getting up. You know, in the first 5-10 minutes, I'm laying Bambino out, getting coffee, and rubbing my eyes, and I have all these fucking videos, neurotic, RK. I got all these videos from everybody I follow about KK getting a contract extension, which I love all these guys. I mean, I'm a big fan of everybody on YouTube. Everybody knows what communities I'm in, like Super Chat, everybody and the mother. But how is this news? I thought everybody knew that she was getting a contract extension. I mean, that's what I thought everybody knew. I mean, is this? I don't even know where to start with this conversation. Where do you want to start with this conversation? Because I got a lot to say. Let's
start with this, and I want to be completely upfront about this because this is something I have said over and over and over again, ad nauseum. It doesn't matter if KK goes anywhere.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
it doesn't matter.
You know what? Will you say that again so I can let it just cover me like a little blankie in the morning? Say it one more time.
It does not matter whether Kathleen Kennedy leaves Lucasfilm or stays. The problem's going to still be there.
Okay. We'd like to thank everybody for coming for the show. It's been wonderful to have you. Please super chat on your way out the door because we need some breakfast money for some rabbit chickens. No, we need corn. What do rabbit chickens eat? They don't even have mouths. Anyway. Thank you, Loki. Thank you. And Loki, could you please tell the people who do not already know? I think we come at the same conclusion, but we come at it from 2 different ways. But could you please tell the people from your perspective what 1, 2, or 3 reasons why it does not effing matter whether she stays or goes?
Disney, at the end of the day, Disney is the one who's in charge of Lucasfilm. Right now, Kathleen Kennedy has orders. She gets orders. She fills those orders. She does what they tell her to do. If something needs to be run a certain way, Disney's the one telling her to run it that way. At the end of the day, if she leaves, she's got people above her that are engineering this, and she's got people below her that can fill her spot that are her chosen lackeys and are going to continue the same bullshit anyway. So all those people out there that are ready to have an Ewok celebration, over the fact
so loud in my ear right now.
over the fact that Kathleen Kennedy is getting fired, just remember, at the end of the day, that's not going to change anything. All it's going to do is give you a momentary bit of happiness. I understand. I understand why you want her gone. We all understand why people want her gone. But those reasons aren't going to be fulfilled. The problems will not be fixed with her leaving. They're not going to be fixed with her staying either. But they're not going to be fixed with her leaving. The problem will stay. So you might have a momentary party and enjoy yourself for all of 5 minutes. But after that, it's the same problem. Nothing's going to be different. Nothing's going to be fixed.
Well, like
you want Star Wars fixed, get it out of Disney's hands.
Yep.
That's the price that has to be paid. Get it away from Disney. Ladies and gentlemen, Disney is never going to change. Disney is never going to be fixed. The ship will never be righted. You are talking about a company that looks at you as a dollar sign. You are a dollar amount to them. How much do you contribute to the Disney coffers? At the end of the day, that's all they fucking care about, is how much you contribute to the Disney coffers. They don't care about what you love about Star Wars. They don't care about how much money you've spent on Star Wars in the past. They don't care about what you think Star Wars should be. The only thing they see you as is a dollar amount. And if you don't follow their woke train of bullshit, they don't care. You could never, ever, ever contribute enough to Star Wars for them to ever care. They're selling out little tiny box rooms the size of a submarine room for $10,000 a night.
Whew.
They don't care.
Let me tell you this much. I'll tell you this much. I've got. Well, not today. I don't. But Mexican Airman makes enough money that I certainly can take a date on a Disney vacation. But for $10,000, we're going to a foreign country for like a month. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And it's probably Bermuda, because if I took a date to the Dominican Republic, we'd probably be there for fucking 6 months at 10 G's. I mean, it's ridiculous. And they're sold out. Did you know? Look, in the investor report, not only are they sold out the first 4 months, but they have deposits for the next 2 or 3 months already for people that have already put deposits down that are in the wait list.
Oh, so I'm sure.
The first 6 months, they're already like got the cash. Well, look, okay. Can I respond or can I add to what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and I will come to the same conclusion, but we will come at it, ladies and gentlemen, very different ways. And Loki may not agree with my rationale or my reasoning, but whatever. We come to the same conclusion. First of all, not everybody at Disney is effed or fucked, and not everybody at Disney wants this shit to happen. I am completely 100% convinced that Bob Chapek wants to fix this thing and right the ship. However, big caveat, footnote, bold, italicized, highlight. Ooh, highlight. Did you highlight Zach's comment right there? They were never going to let her walk away. Did you see that one? It's the last comment by Zach's. That's going to back up what I just said. They were never going to let her walk away. She has a proven track record of box office wins. I'll get to that in a minute. And Eternals didn't exactly help. That is a good observation. Stockholders want stability. Her sucking is secondary to that. That's absolutely true. I'll get to that point in a minute. But Bob Chapek absolutely wants to run this ship, but he's got a problem. The first problem he's got is some of their investors are actually pretty woke investment funds. Some of them are. Not most of them, but some of them are. So he has the finance people on his side, but some of the finance people are not on his side. He has a clear majority of the financial investors, the big ticket stock Wall Street types, but he doesn't have all of them. Number two, he's dealing with an environment in Hollywood that's completely woke. As Cameron Pasha calls it, the club. These are people who are influencers of people at the highest level of all these companies, especially Disney in Hollywood. So it would be like me living in South Carolina, and then I go to a effed up state like California, and then I got to worry about, do I have my vaccination card, or do I have my like for example, I was planning on going to San Francisco, and I was just talking to an old friend of mine who hit me up. She's like, are you going to be in the area? I'm like, yeah. And she says, well, we can't go to dinner in San Francisco because you need a vax card or the shit. Like, I don't even understand the shit. But the point of the matter is that it's like putting someone in an environment that they're not used to moving in. So Chapek's in an environment that's hostile. And even though he may be CEO and president, he's got, the Feige army and those guys. they're not insignificant. They control the Hollywood. They don't control the Hollywood Reporter, but they control Deadline and they control Variety, and they could, they try to, it's like a mob, really. So he's got that. Then he's got a third problem, which is what Loki's talking about, which is that you have a company that where maybe Chapek's the CEO and maybe he's putting in place people that are loyal to him, but you've got an entire company of woke assholes who don't give a flying F about us. And so even if KK goes, it's not going to be because Bob Chapek wants to keep things woke. It's because there's just so many people in so many positions that are dealing with so much overwhelmingly woke shit that there might not be anybody to replace her except woke people. And it is what it is. I mean, it just is what it is. And I think the fact, let's go to Zach's comment. We can talk about this Kathleen Kennedy issue probably 2 or 3 different ways. The only reason I agreed to do this show, besides you being my brother, when I saw the topic, or I was interested in this topic, is because you, Loki, you don't have checker talks. You don't have, I'm going to use an analogy. Like when you talk about issues in the world, you can talk about it as if you're playing checkers. You can talk about it as if you're playing chess. Or we can do what you always do, Loki, which is we're going to talk about shit as if it's three-dimensional chess, like in Star Trek. And that's how you are. You're as I've told you before, look, I'm not trying to blow your smoke up your ass on air. But I think you're one of the smartest people I've ever met. And I love how you approach stuff. You're intellectual and you're practical and pragmatic. And you're no bullshit. And I think you are you have been saying this for so long. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, newsflash. The first person who ever had a conversation with me about KKGate Extended is Mr. No Rumor guy here, Loki. Right?
And I told you it didn't matter whether she stayed or she would go.
Loki, when was that? Was that March? May?
Maybe last year.
Well, that was the first time.
It might have been last year.
That was before I broke my leg. And then we had this conversation again, and then we had it again about a month ago.
Yes.
So, and what people don't understand is that you've been ahead of this issue for a variety of reasons, not just because you're highly intelligent, but you have context too. You just choose not to be a rumor channel.
Yes.
I mean, and that's
so we get sent some stuff. We get sent some stuff by a couple of people. We've gotten some
get stuff
information
sent in text and email. You have documentation that I've seen personally, ladies and gentlemen. But your man here, our fearless leader Loki, out of integrity and concern for fandom, doesn't even go there.
Okay, look, there's some clickbait. I don't like clickbait, and to constantly be going on about a subject that is rumor based. Yes, we can try and find facts. We can try and find things to back that up. But at the end of the day, it's still a rumor. I'm still getting information from someone else. Yeah. That's not. Yes, this is fact. All the articles you've seen about KK getting extended, I want to make this very clear. They have not shown one piece of factual information on that.
Well,
there is no fact that she is getting extended for 3 years.
Well, yeah,
it's rumored KK got her contract extended.
But our point is that it doesn't matter. Right?
That's right. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter whether she stays, whether she goes, whether she's in, whether she's out. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
When this rumor thing first came up, the first thing that I said is that if I were Bob Chapek, I'm not going to make a lot of friends here at Loki in the morning, but let's have a three-dimensional chess here. I mean, this is my family, so I'm going to say a couple things. I don't know how people are going to react. But let's not, if we're going to have a checkers discussion, it'd be like this. I worked at Radio Shack. If the customers were pissed off at my work, and if I wasn't doing a good job, I'd get fired. See, as an average American, that's a checkers conversation. If A, then B, get fired. And we want to see her get fired because she did a shitty job. But guess what? It doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen, with people with power and money. People with power and money think very differently. All of my clients are not all of them. Almost all of my clients are millionaires. And if they're not millionaires, they're 100,000-aires. And if they're not 100,000-aires, then there may be one of less than 5 clients that I'm working with that soon will be 100,000-aires and could be millionaires. That's my client base. And let me tell you what these people are. And I've worked around people that are multimillionaires. And when I had my office in Hollywood, I was dealing with people that control tens or hundreds of millions of dollars before I closed my office in Santa Monica. which I closed because I couldn't stand these assholes. And this was before being woke. This is just when they were worried about going to strip clubs and coke and using film budgets in order to fuel their perverted habits unethically. But these people think differently. And if I were Bob Chapek and I had Kathleen Kennedy, I'm worried about my stock price. I'm worried about stability. Like Zach said earlier, I'm going to extend KK. I'm going to buy that bitch off like in a contract. I'm going to extend her. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to slow down her project so she doesn't screw up the property, the intellectual value of the properties further. So I'm probably going to reel her in, and then I'm going to let her ride off into the sunset on a nice little princess horse with a nice little carriage, and let her get all kinds of awards and just keep shit cool. The pound of flesh that everybody wants is never fucking coming. We've said it on this channel for a year.
That's right.
And you know what? We catch heat for this shit. You know, everybody's fixated on KK this, KK that, KK this, KK that. First of all, you know, she's got this reputation, and it's not because she was successful. I mean, it's kind of like this. If I could go back in time, and what does a producer do? A producer helps someone who is actually doing content, because I'm a producer of a lot of YouTube channels, and find some money. And if you could go back in time, Loki, if you could go back in time and you had to say, hey, I'm doing this movie with Steven Spielberg. We're doing another blockbuster. Can I have $50 million to put it together? What the fuck you think? Yeah, she picks up the check, brings it back, pays some bills, and then makes coffee. Not that fucking hard to be a fucking producer. You basically make phone calls, hire people, pay people, and pick up checks for movies. And then when you fill out deposits, that's when the movies get great. Not impressed. I'm not impressed by her being this big time person. However, because she's a female, she's married to Mr. Marshall, and she's been associated with these great men of Hollywood that, you know, I don't understand white chicks today. I don't understand how you can simultaneously live in a society made by white men that's been great, and then you fucking turn around and say white men suck. I just don't understand this. I mean, I'm a Mexican dude. I love white people. I told you when we were in Dallas. Thank you, white people, for doing what you've done in this country. I appreciate the roads, and thank you for not letting me live in a teepee on a reservation anymore. Thank you. Thank you, Loki. On behalf of all white people, I want to say I appreciate you and I thank you.
Well, it's got to suck to be living in a clay hut.
Exactly.
A mud hut.
Exactly. I'm like, hey, white people, no. Okay, wait. Conquer this way. Come this way. Well, this way. All right. We welcome you. What? Oh, my sister? Okay, yeah, you can have her too. You know what I mean? I mean, okay, I'm getting off subject here, but let's go back to Disney. That's what I would do. I would extend her contract. I'd say, look, baby doll, here's what we need to do. You're not going to work on a bunch of different projects. You may or may not get to finish Indy. I need to take a look at what the fuck's happening over there. Why don't you're going to retire anyways? Why don't we just slow things the fuck down? And I would slow down the projects. This is a guy who, when the Disney stock fell, people are missing something. That stock should not have fallen. The only reason it fell is because Iger, that freaking moron, basically said Disney Plus is the future of Disney, and their subs are down and their average revenue per down, and they got penalized for it. Let me tell you what's going on right about Disney from a stock perspective. Full disclosure, I own Disney stock, even though I hate the company. So, number one, all the cruise ships are back on the water. Those are big cash flows, Loki.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, as Loki and I said earlier, the little VIP hotel, I think it's $5,000 per couple per 2 nights, right? No, it's per person.
10.
Right?
I thought it was 10,000. Yeah,
so it's 5,000 if I go by myself, 10,000 if I bring a date.
I think so. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, yikes. All right. Number three. I think your mic's down. Check your mic, Loki.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Number three is that all of their theme parks are open. So you got all the theme parks are open, all the ships on the water, the hotels coming. You got major cash coming in, but Chapek's got to be like, whoa, hold off on this Marvel shit, slow down on this Lucas shit. We got to control this thing and stop spending so much money. So anybody who wants a pound of flesh or Kennedy to get fired or she did a bad job, it doesn't happen with people in power. People in power are basically kings and queens, and we are peasants. It is exactly what Loki said. People like us are peasants. I have been around these people, not at that high level, but high enough to interact with some of these people. You know, I've been to those meetings where movies are getting pitched, and I was, the accountant had to put together the package. Shit, in fact, I was just having this conversation now, Loki. I got an announcement. You know how I was telling you that I was being looked at by a Hollywood studio to become their tax firm of record?
Yes.
Well, as of 2 days ago, I got selected.
Nice.
Yeah, these guys are building, and I wanted to, when I go out one of these times, they're building digital walls. You know, the fully integrated LED walls.
The 360-degree thing they used on Mandalorian.
Exactly. So they're building a 5,000 square foot facility. I'm helping them raise $2.2 million to get it done, and we're doing the lease this week. And they told me I hadn't asked, but they were looking at a bunch of different firms, and they narrowed it down about 2, 3, 4 different ones, and now I got picked 2 days ago. So that's going to be a big project for me next year.
That's incredible.
And I would love to take you out with me to LA once they have the LED studio built. It's going to be fantastic. It's it is literally the latest technological gear. And their audio system is unbelievable. I mean, you're going to be like a kid in Candyland. We're going to be able to walk in and out of any set. They're going to have 2 studios, a 2,500 square foot one and a 5,000, and they're already getting pre-sold out for next year. And they're going to do a lot of stuff for some Netflix projects, and they're on the list to do some of the overflow work for possibly for Disney. But it's funny because I was talking to Mitch, and he's like, we ain't doing no woke shit. I mean, so there's still some rays of sunshine out there. But anyway, so Kathleen Kennedy ain't going anywhere. This is not, get over it, people. If you've got a KK fetish or KK-itis, get over it. She's going to be, here's what's going to happen. You're going to watch this lady get extended. You're going to watch this lady get all kinds of awards. You're going to probably get 1 or 2 more things suck. And then everything that you want to come back and be better is just going to be delayed, and you're going to starve for quality shit from a company that doesn't know what to do. I mean, good God, Loki, they bought the Muppets and still haven't done shit with the Muppets, for God's sake.
No, they haven't. And this whole business with Rogue Squadron, how much do you know about that?
Everything. I mean, from my IMDb Pro anyways. I mean, I've been reading about, I read up my IMDb Pro on Rogue Squadron. So
Jenkins wouldn't agree with the script, and she's got contract things she has to commit to with DC for Wonder Woman. So she won't agree with the script for this movie, and it's postponed indefinitely. And what they're talking about is her going off and completing her contract with Warner Brothers and then coming back and doing this later. That's insane. All because they can't agree on a script? That makes no sense.
That part I did. That part I didn't know about. I knew that. Okay. Well, what's your analysis and conclusion on that? You usually have a good, really. Why do you say it doesn't make sense? I think it makes a lot of sense that they wouldn't agree on a script, but.
Look at 84. Look at Wonder Woman 84. That was a giant hunk of shit.
Well, but that was her fault, though.
That was her fault. And are you saying that the reason why she's going to go back to Warner Brothers, fulfill her commitment to them, and then come back to this, however long it takes after that? What are we looking at? 2-3 years to come back to this and then go, oh well, I'm ready, but I still can't agree on a script. Look at what's happened in Star Wars. Take a long look and what's happened with creators. Okay, look at what happened to Benioff and Weiss. Look at what happened to the Game of Thrones guy. They were hired to create a new trilogy. Gone. Look at what happened with Rian Johnson, the Gerber baby. Kept saying, "Oh, I've got a trilogy. I've got a trilogy. I've got a trilogy." No, he doesn't. Look at what happened to the guy who did Solo, the duo that did Solo. Gone in the middle of production.
Well, yeah, these are various. Kathleen Kennedy is a cultural felon. She is a Class A. Like if it was a crime, what they do, which in my opinion it's a cultural crime, she is a Class A felon and deserves to be locked up for life.
But she's gonna have it the way she wants it.
Yep.
And that's the end of it.
Yep.
She's gonna have things the way she wants it.
Yep.
Do you remember that picture of of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and George Lucas. And they're like sitting there, and the three of them are sitting there together, and they're smiling. And season 1 of The Mandalorian, and then you see KK in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
You remember that? We talked about that, right?
Yeah.
KK sitting in the back of the bus
Yeah.
and shit. Why was she there?
Because she wanted to be there.
Because she fucking wanted to be there.
Yeah, she wanted to be there. And as most men, and here's where I'm going to get a little alpha male on everybody. You know, white dudes of the world need to unite and get the white chicks of this country, in check, because, let's be nice, gentlemanly guy and letting women do whatever the hell they want. Some of these women in Hollywood, they're out of control. They have no self-restraint. And you know what? I wouldn't have let but that's the point Loki's making. Like no one's gonna tell her no. If she wants to come on a set and sit and watch something happen, they're gonna let her sit. Now maybe she's not, nerding out by the fucking water cooler where Favreau and George, gee, do you think we really should have the saber battle start from the right, or should the saber battle start over here from the left? She's not giving a fuck.
I think it needs to start on the left. I mean, we've got all our eggs in this basket right here, and just so you know, Maul does have a double-bladed lightsaber, and because of the range and effectiveness of that weapon, it really needs to start on the left.
Hey guys, hi, hi George and John. It's great seeing you. You guys, should I have some Starbucks brought in?
Fuck off, bitch. Anyway.
The point of the matter is Loki's right. No one's going to tell her no about anything, let alone like when or how. She's riding off into the sunset. So for anybody that's got a KK issue, you know what? Buy some confetti, go get some balloons, because you can either sit in the corner and be pissed, or you can just be part of the parade. Because this woman, you're gonna have to, it's like Cameron says, you're gonna watch her walk out with every single award on planet Earth, and she's basically gonna get awarded for ruining our fucking things that we love. Yep.
Patty wants to make Star Wars Top Gun. KK wants to make hot shots with boobs.
I can't breathe. Stop it. Stop it. Who did that? Was that Assange?
That was Assange Melody.
Assange, you stop that. You stop making Mexican Iron Man laugh in the morning. Oh, God. That's a good one. God, I love Valhalla. Isn't Valhalla the best?
But see, this is what I don't get. A lot of people have put their reputation on the fact that she is going to be gone. And they put their reputations online. And some people might be like, ooh, ballsy. And some people might be like, you're just taking advantage of people and their want for her to get fired, to get axed. I
hear you. I hear you, and I can't say you're wrong. I can't say you're wrong. I can tell you this. Like, I get where it comes. Look, we're all hurt. We're all damaged, and we're all hurt. And I'll just bring it. I'll throw a real crazy analogy out here. Do you think okay, this is a rhetorical thing. I don't like waking up every day not having my son with me. He was taken from me. And because of some finagling, I lost access to him and lost legal control. And although things are cool with my ex, I have to wake up every day without my son, who I basically raised for the first 2-3 years of his life, including my family helped me raise. So I could either be depressed about that loss, or I can do the best that I can with it, which I do. We FaceTime as much as we can, we talk as much as we can, and life has to go on. And I try to be, happy and positive. But if I could, I'd probably cut off some fingers if I knew I could have them in my life every day. Now, the pain of what has been happening to Star Wars and what's happened to all of our fandoms is acute. It cuts to the very essence of our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our souls. It reminds us of when we were kids and we fell in love with something that made us feel loved, made us feel important, made us feel strong and brave. I mean, I know for me, I love lightsabers to this day because I wanted to be like Luke and fight against the kids that used to beat me up after school. I've told that story on this channel before. And it hurts what they've done. It hurts what this bitch has done. But guess what? Get over it. There is no justice in the cultural wars. This bitch won. We lost, and now we have to watch her get paraded off into the sunset. And she ain't going anywhere till she decides she's going anywhere. The best we can hope for is A, we don't get that much bad Star Wars, and B, someday maybe we get decent Star Wars. But the odds of that happening are fucking slim to none while this culturally bankrupt company has control of the properties that we love. And that's what Loki started the show with.
The point is, nothing's going to change. Whether she stays,
Yep.
whether she goes, nothing's going to change. It's not going to change for Star Wars. It's not going to change for Lucasfilm. It's not going to change for Disney, because at the end of the day, Disney is the problem. When Lucasfilm got bought out by Disney, there's your problem. If Star Wars goes off and becomes the property of someone else, maybe there can be change. As long as it's under Disney, and Disney is run the way it's been run, nothing's going to change for Star Wars. You've got people higher up than KK that want this kind of content. You've got people under KK that want this kind of content. It is surrounded by people that want more movies like The Last Jedi and Rise of the Soy Walker. That's what it wants.
Yep.
And Snowdub Live with the $2 super chat says, only get my kid on weekends. I understand the pain.
Hail to Brother Snowdub.
And MB Geek Let's Talk with the $10 super chat. Filoni Favreau are trying to unmess what KK, Abrams, and Johnson did. I talked to Stackpole at IndieCon. He said they were going to use his and Austin's books as the framework. There's the creative difference.
Well, all of that may be true, which I'm sure it is true. I agree with you, Envy. Again, it's kind of like the Robert. I got into this with Paulie a little bit. You know, Robert Rodriguez cannot save Star Wars. Okay, Robert Rodriguez might do some good Star Wars, but these are, Chapek is an island in the sea of woke. Favreau and Filoni. I mean, the problems I've had with Filoni. I've discussed them at length on this show back when he was. I don't trust that guy further than I can throw his ass. All right, but let's just go with Favreau for a second. He maybe is an island in the sea, and Chapek's an island in the sea, and maybe Robert Rodriguez is an island in the sea, but it's a sea of woke sharks.
Yes, it's a sea of woke sharks.
Yep.
And taking out one woke shark is not going to change anything.
Yep. Yep. Or the woke whale. Wouldn't you call her a whale?
Yes. The woke whale. The purple-haired land whale. The blue-haired land whale. The green-haired land whale. Shit. You can call it whatever you want to.
Right.
At the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. None of this changes anything.
So can we move on? Can we tell people that it's time to move on to the phase of mourning? Or just even beyond more, like either if you haven't experienced your mourning phase, move on to the phase of mourning. Now here's how I do. I've moved on. It's kind of like the situation I was talking about with my kid and my ex. I'm hoping my kid gets to come live with me and go to high school with me. I'm doing everything I can to help and support that might happen, and I'm open-minded to that happening. But I also know that it's a slim shot in hell that it might happen. So with Star Wars, let's bring it back here. I'm over being sad and pissed off about Star Wars. I'm over sad and pissed off. Would I like to see the bitch marched out? Yeah, but it's never going to happen. I've moved on. I've already accepted it. I've gone through the phase of mourning, and now I'm like, okay, wait and see. Let's see what they put out, and let's see if I liked it. For example, Omega. Could someone tell me how I, as an alpha male, and I, as a freaking active shooter, because I go to the shooting range at least once a week, can someone tell me how, like, a spec ops group of, like, hardcore fighters has a fucking tiny little kid running around like a little wannabe Disney princess?
It's for the princess. It's for the girls. That's specifically for the girls. So the girls have something to connect to.
Right, and so that means even the guys...
You can all be like Omega.
Right. My kid doesn't even like the episode. My kid's smart. He's like, Dad, this is weird. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, I know. I know. Oh God, people need to move on. You've moved on. I've moved on, haven't we?
We've moved on. We've moved on, and that's kind of what this stream is about. Is about moving on and going. You know what? It never mattered anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be the first to admit there was a time where I wanted KK drawn, quartered, tied to a stake, and lit on fire. Not literally, but figuratively. I wanted that at Disney. I wanted her tried and put to the stake. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And at the end of the day, we either move on or we're stuck in this circle talking about this over and over and over and over and over again. Just like the videos that come out about her. Because I guarantee you, there's going to be a video. There will be a video about how that she's doing this or she's not doing this or how this is happening or whatever. There will be a video, there will be a live stream, there will be something that comes out at some point today or tomorrow or the next day or all 3 days about KK. And at the end of the day, she doesn't matter because she's not the one in charge. She's not the one handing out the orders. She's following orders, which makes her a follower.
And the orders come from the woke-ass club of Hollywood of who they go to cocktail receptions with, who they have brunches with, because they don't interact with people like us. They don't want to interact with people like us. They don't even want to see people like us. If they wanted to see people like us and believed in what they were doing, then why the hell did the Star Wars convention get postponed and put on deck for like a year later? It wasn't they could have brought that shit back sooner, differently, whatever the flying fuck, but they don't have the balls to.
They don't have the balls to. They'll never have the balls to. They screwed up. They went the wrong way. Oh, well, let's not do anything about the prequel trilogy. Let's not talk about what happened with Star Wars before. Everything has to be about the sequel trilogy. Everything starts and ends with the sequel trilogy. Why? Because that's what Disney made. Everything else before, like I've said ad nauseum, everything else before Disney bought Star Wars doesn't matter to them. They don't care if you supported their games. They don't care if you bought their books. They don't care if you put money on whatever. They don't give a shit about that because that's before they bought the property. All they care about is now. And you can put as much money and as much attention in it. They don't care. At the end of the day, they're going to go on and they're going to do what they are going to do. It's exactly the same as when that one guy, and I can't remember his name right now, bitched that he didn't get an invite to Galaxy's Edge. He didn't get a free trip to Galaxy's Edge. Karloff?
Harloff.
Karloff. Yeah, Harloff. Whatever the fuck his name is.
And here's another one that bitched out. Fucking John Campea bitched.
John Campea.
It's like, I went to Disney and the Ride of the Resistance and then I'm like, these guys are children.
They sold out. They sold their souls, and at the end of the day, Disney doesn't care.
Right.
Disney doesn't give a shit. You can pander and you can walk on eggshells and you can do the fire dance. And you do whatever. You can do the aki laki alko waka whoa fucking to Disney. They don't care.
What if you're What if you're Mexican or Native American? Can I do this? La, 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 la. No,
they'll probably point a finger at you and call you an Istinobiniazzi for doing that.
Shit. Okay, sorry. I'm appropriating my own culture. Okay, I'm sorry.
And yes, Archer Colin, thank you so much for the member. Shout out. KK isn't the disease. She's just a symptom.
Oh my God, that's well said. Oh my God, that's well said.
But Loki, he busted his ass shilling for Disney for 5 years. I'm sure he did. They don't care. They don't give a shit. At the end of the day, they don't give a shit. At the end of the day, they don't give a shit about KK. They just give a shit about the optics. They want to make money. You either make them money or give them money, or you're not important. You don't matter. At the end of the day, that's all Disney is. They take money and they make money. And that's it. It's purely business. There is no enchantment. There is no enchanted kingdom. There is no ruby slippers. There is no anything.
Right. To me, here's where it gets very simple. They built a intergalactic. Here's the two things that I want to see. You got to follow the money. Number one, Galaxy's Edge. When I went and did that video for Doomcock and checked it out, and I was on the scene and on the ground, it struck me as incredibly powerful because my family are Disney pass holders, and so whenever I would be in San Bernardino or Southern California, my sister would be like, "Oh, let's go to Disney." The family's always going to Disney. Like, they're always going. And my sister just, God bless her, like she and I have gotten some of the heatest debates about Star Wars and the sequel trilogy and shit. There's basically Disney can do no wrong and Star Wars can never be bad. Like even the worst, she says, even the worst Star Wars to me, it's like cold pizza. I'll still eat it, and it's pizza's still good at some level. I'm like, oh my God. We got in such a fight once that we didn't talk for like 2 weeks, like about Disney and Star Wars and stuff like that. Back when I was, still gave a shit. So anyway, so let's talk about the Galaxy's Edge. Here's a company that didn't spend shit on improving its theme parks. They basically let a lot of their Imagineers go, and a lot of the greatest, coolest concepts that they had, not only for the Galaxy's Edge thing, but the coolest concepts they had for the rest of the park, basically didn't get done because Chapek's a freaking the bad side of being an accountant. Sometimes accountants are cheap bastards. Now,
penny pinchers.
Penny pinching cheap bastard. Mexican Iron Man is not, ladies, in case you're wondering in the chat. I'm not the penny pinching asshole.
What about that time you took Starry out to McDonald's?
That is not true. Well, she did have photographs. Well, okay. Well, wasn't that funny when she put the mustache on?
And you made her wear a mustache, a fake mustache.
I did not make her wear a mustache.
He made her wear a fake mustache to McDonald's as a disguise.
No, I would be proud to take Starry anywhere out. But that was pretty funny that she did that. We got to show that video again sometime. Maybe we'll have a holiday retrospective special. Anyway, so they didn't spend. They spent the money on something woke and stupid like the sequel trilogy, but they didn't spend $1 or a dime on the rest of the things about Disneyland that we love or Disney World. Number two, this hotel that they built, ladies and gentlemen, it's built for the ultra rich. There are not that many people that could, if they wanted to, spend $10,000 for a weekend. That alone says, well, you don't give a flying F about you. You can go F off, because if they cared about the people, they would have created a hotel land-based experience, because they're trying to make it like an intergalactic cruise ship. Or, they either would have done two things. They could have. They have another ship that they're building that they're going to launch next year, or a year and a half from now. I can't remember the exact date. Even that one could have been like an experience. Like, no, they're like, we're going to put it on the land and we're going to make it for people that are rich as F. And that basically tells you when the company only spends money on shit for people that either because they want it to be woke or they don't give a shit, and they don't give a shit about you, and we're going to build a hotel that you can't even afford, that tells you the company that you're dealing with. You're dealing with something from people that are creatively bankrupt, and something that if you're not in the club, they say F you.
That's right. And Punk Waddle with a member super chat, what have you done for me lately is the mantra. Yeah, that's exactly how they feel. What have you done for me lately?
So, Loki, where do we go from here? Bring us home.
We go somewhere else. I know someone through the Universal thing making Nintendo Land. Universal is making Nintendo Land. Universal is kicking ass and taking names. You go where you're appreciated. Disney might charge their tome after Universal opens up Nintendo again. Asgard kart race. Yes, absolutely. Dun 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 dun. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere you're appreciated. I personally won't be going back to Disney World, Disneyland. I won't be buying Disney products. I'm not subscribing to Disney services. We close our wallets and we go somewhere else. Somewhere where we are appreciated. Somewhere where people like to see us there and greet us when we show up. Some place that aren't going to point their fingers at us and call us ist and obes and yahtzees for not liking their latest rendition of Princesses of Power. Because at the end of the day, that's all they're giving us is Princesses of Power. They didn't buy Star Wars to hook the boys into liking Star Wars. They bought Star Wars and then made it the Force's female. That's what they did. And that's what you have to accept. You can either accept Star Wars under Disney, Or you can say, I don't want anything to do with Star Wars under Disney, and keep the EU, keep the games you've got, keep the things you love, and enjoy it.
Exactly. Exactly. We got to treat it like it's ancient archaeology now.
So, oh, look at this ancient treasure. Look at this book I never read. Look at this game I never played. Look at, yeah.
Well, we just had that conversation, remember, about games?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing.
Darth Arlino with the $5 super chat. I don't care either way about KK. Just give me some good Star Wars. That's what Favreau and Filoni are doing, in my humble opinion. I have liked The Mandalorian. I reviewed The Mandalorian, both seasons, and I would have reviewed more if they hadn't done what they did with Cara Dune. I think what they did was very petty and very childish of them, and I won't review Disney products because of that. So I will watch The Mandalorian. How are you going to do that without Disney Plus, Loki? Oh, there are ways. There are ways. There are many ways the Force can be used that some consider unnatural. Well, there are many ways to watch The Mandalorian.
Yep. Like
Keep your eyes open, and only open that wallet when they deserve it. And for me, in my humble opinion, they don't deserve it.
Yep, I agree completely.
So,
hey, if they kick something good out, enjoy it. You know, I mean, I'm open to be pleasantly surprised and shocked, but I sure as heck ain't gonna be like, God, I can't wait till we do my. It's like standing in line and waiting for mediocrity.
Do you remember when Echo Base launched through the stratosphere when the Luke Skywalker thing happened? Do you remember
really?
that?
Really, you think?
Of course you do.
Of course I was at ground zero.
All of us were going, oh my God, is Star Wars saved? Is Star Wars saved? There were a couple of people that were throwing fits and starting shit with other Mandalorian fans. But for the most part, everybody was going, is Star Wars back? Is Star Wars back? Will we ever be at that point again? I don't know. I really don't. After what they did with Gina Carano, I don't know. That hurt. That hurt. We were on the rebound, guys. People were coming back. They were saying maybe Disney does care about Star Wars. Maybe they can change it. Maybe they can turn things around. Maybe they have the opportunity to do something great. Oh, maybe they're the retcon. They're not going to retcon the sequel trilogy. That's Disney's jewel. They're not going to retcon their trilogy because it's their jewel. I understand.
Well, the reason when this topic came up on, I don't know what show it was. It wasn't here, it was somewhere else. But when this topic came up and I had a reaction, I'm like, they have spent $2.5 billion retooling theme parks to go embrace embrace the universe, the sequel trilogy universe. And I mean, were they going to spend the money to redo it? And there's just no way. You're dealing with people in Hollywood that they're incapable of saying, I'm sorry, or I made a mistake. You think they're going to spend money to show that they made a mistake? Fuck no.
That's right. Loki, I'm building my anime collection instead.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Spending money on different things. Isn't that something? Imagine Mexican Iron Man. You had spent a large portion of the money you made every single month for decades on Star Wars, on things for Star Wars, on collectibles, on lightsabers. Oh, wait, you do collect lightsabers.
I do, but I don't collect Disney lightsabers. I only buy lightsabers from independent creators who have their own companies, and they create their own designs of lightsabers. I actually only own two. The only lightsabers that I own that are actually Disney Star Wars, and I got them because they were going to get discontinued, are the Ahsoka Tano ones. And I've always liked Ahsoka as a character. So I have those, but those are my only Disney lightsabers.
And Chris Persia right here. Disney won't retcon their trilogy, but they will retcon the originals in a re-envisioning. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely they will. All right, guys. I want to thank you all for being here this morning. Thank you all for showing up this morning. This has been an absolutely wild ride with Mexican Iron Man. Did it matter that KK stayed, is getting fired, doesn't matter at the end of the day?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Lots of hot chicks in Cottonland. I'll go there. Exactly. Snowed Up, thank you for the $2 super chat. Mark Dampling tired. When the Black Hole is Disney's best sci-fi movie after 42 years, there's a problem. Thank you so much, Mark. And I want to thank Jesse for his $4.99 super chat earlier. Darth Arlena for her $5 super chat. Mexican Iron Man for his super chat. Thank you so very much, guys. You all keep the fires of Valhalla burning bright, and this skull is just for you. We're going to throw you $1 this morning. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Man, I don't know. Our Mexican Iron Man, are we doing our thing Friday?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay, guys, we will have a special on Friday night at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Loki's late night show with Mexican Iron Man. We will be kicking that off Friday. I hope you all can be there for that. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. You all keep the fires in Valhalla burning bright. Disney is going to have to figure out what it's going to do in KK, whether she stays, whether she goes. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Oh my God, Mexican Iron Man joined Loki's Frost.
So no,
Thank
you know what just happened? I just realized, I guess my credit card didn't work or something. I wasn't a member. I'm looking at the screen right now. I'm like, how am I not a member? And then I looked, it says update your payment info. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot my new debit card.
And guys, we are giving away a huge haul for Christmas to the Frost Giants this year in December. We are giving away an Ecto 1, a brand new in the box, never opened Ecto 1.
No.
We are giving away all 4 of the original Ghostbusters. Ray, Egon, we're giving away them all. And we're giving away a Dana, and we're giving away a Gozer. And if you get all of those, if you get all 6 characters, you get one of the demon dogs. You get one of the ghost dogs, one of the hellhounds. Yes. So one piece of the hellhounds come in each box. So if you get all 6, you get a whole hellhound. Whoa. So not only do you get all 4 original OG Ghostbusters, Ecto 1, you get Dana, you get Gozer, and you get one of the hellhounds. You get one of the hell dogs. All of that is going to one Frost Giant in December. One Frost Giant. We're going to spin the wheel, see who wins, and it's going out to one Frost Giant this December. So if you guys want to be a part of that, join up on the membership. Thank you to all the members. Thank you for every single member. We are going to have a member stream later today. So if you are part of the membership, make sure you make it. We will have that membership later today. I'm going to go hang out over on MB Geek's channel later today and talk about Tombstone. So if you're not subscribed to MB Geek, check him out. Make sure you don't miss the stream. We're going to be hanging out talking about Tombstone. I want to thank Mexican Iron Man for being here. I want to thank my mods for doing their jobs this morning. And I want to thank each and every one of you in chat. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you so very, very much. Take care. Have a great one. Be excellent to each other. And always speak friend to enter.
Bye, everybody.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.